I've been doing a series hunting for LeBron. So I am, as a collector, really trying to figure out what I really want to do as a sports card collector. As a kid, I bought a whole bunch of stuff. As an adult, I've bought a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have a massive collection. I actually just got back into sports cards here at the start of this year. And I want something that I can give to my kids, and that 30 years from now my kids can have and maybe have some fun with, either reminiscing because dad was a Lions fan, so I collect Lions, and or something that has some value. So as I look back in my life, if I could have went and bought Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer card when I was younger, could have potentially probably been a good investment, right? So what are the cards right now that I think are going to be decent investments long term, but also ones that would be nice to have in a collection if they don't appreciate too much over time, right? So the first card I'm targeting is the LeBron James 2003-2004 rookie card. This one right here, why is this labeled first edition? Because that is not a first edition, so that's a false advertisement there. So we'll see. We'll actually keep track of this one. The first edition has a mark first edition on it. If I'm looking for LeBron James, and if we come in here first, I did misspeak last video on the hunt here. On the 2003 LeBron James, the 2003 Topps LeBron James, I think it's 221. Is that the card number? Yeah. I don't know what I was looking at before. But I really got the population report one, and this I must have pulled some other cards. So if you go to PSA, right, you can look at the population report. I'm going to come in here and I will go and look at 2023, the LeBron James, 221. Cool. So this card right here, no results found. Oh, maybe that 221 screwed it up. Probably. I'll have to triple that in. So, well, they do, but anyway. So the population report on this card, there are 2,300 gem mint 10s. So I totally screwed up when I was talking about that. 6,691 nines. So there are tons of these cards out here, which is why I'm not freaking out about rushing trying to find one. I would like to have a PSA 10, but it's $1,800 and I don't have $1,800. If I could find one at a deal, I would probably pull the trigger, because as you can see here, we've come way off the highs from February 2021, and now we're into a reasonable spot. But I do think we climb back up at some point. So looking for a raw card, that might be cool. Looking for potentially some graded 6 or 7s just to have. But right now, let's go ahead and see if there's anything new that we should be paying attention to. So there are some different cards when you search for Topps LeBron James. You can see that there is a Chrome version. So what I do is I do minus Chrome. That will eliminate Chrome from the results. There's also a pristine version, and there's also a bazooka version as well. So that minus in front eliminates those from our searches, because if we didn't do that, we just did this, see that there'd be like, there's that card, but then there's the collection. Oh, we should probably remove collection from there as well. Chrome is right there, which is a different card. I'd love to have that card, but that's even more expensive. So again, we're just going to come in here and go ahead and put in those negative search terms, and then that will narrow focus us down a little bit. And then there are best offers out there that show up when you do best match, but we're going to go ahead and look for time ending soonest. And here we go. That's not one. Here is one for a PSA 8, and they're trying to start the bidding at 309. If we go back over here, we can look and see a PSA 8. A fair price is 243. And this site here, this Sports Card Pro, this is pulling sales data from eBay, and so many of these things sell. There's so many out there. Look, there's one almost every day that's selling. So this is going to give us a really fair price here. Look at the 8s, 231 just sold for 255. I don't think there's one that sold for, that is 8.5, that sold for 300. Yeah, earlier that month. Yeah, so maybe, but it looks like we're a little bit of yeah. And I love this. This looks like a fair price, down $5. We're moving in the negative direction. It appears is what they're saying there with that, and it does give us the sales volume. So this is pretty phenomenal here. This data we're looking at. So let's go and yeah, I don't want to watch that one. I don't think anybody's going to buy that. Let's get rid of the Twitter picker. Here's another one. Here's yeah, $269 for a PSA 7. That makes no sense. We don't care about that one. Here we go. $800. Why would you be charging $800? That lower right corner looks a little weird. Sometimes really hard to tell in pictures, especially when they're in top loaders. What does this person have for a description here? Anything exciting? Immaculate condition. Yes, I have 2 rookie cards. The last 4 pictures are the ones for sale. Okay, this is going to be the best condition. There was a pull out for pictures. They're exactly alike. Purchase no 3. Only difference: the hard case has never been opened. So I guess my question here is, if this person knows that they've got these cards in great condition, I'm going to tell you right now, that back and that centering is horrible. Do not. Why are they not showing the edge of the card? Yeah, do not pay $800 for this card. Do not. Wow. And we will not be following that one. Here's a PSA 9 that somebody's starting for $450. $450 for a 9 isn't a bad price. You will probably see somebody sniping this one for $450 right here. I would bet. We'll add this to the watch list, but I could see potentially tomorrow that thing getting sniped at the end for $450 because it's probably a fair price on that. Slab's broken, but looks gross, but you're gonna crack that anyway. Oh my gosh, somebody's dog get at that slab. Oh my goodness, dude. Somebody's dog ate this slab, I think. Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going? You see that? Look at this slab. You ever seen a slab that looks like this before? Oh my goodness. But we are watching that one. We'll see what happens there. That's a good one to watch. $10,000 for a 9.5. That's to people. I think people are on drugs. I really think there might be drugs in the water. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice PSA 10. We are already following this one. When's this one end? Thursday. So this will be ending tomorrow. Pre-football game. This will be cool. We might do a little pre-football auction watch for these LeBrons tomorrow. There's a couple good ones that are going to be ending tomorrow. Ooh, 256. Is this a raw card? Raw card and a 1-touch. Raw card and a 1-touch. Tony's card. So it's somebody that knows cards. Looks pretty good condition. How are the corners? What is that spot there on that side? A little fleck down there too. Yeah, I don't know about this one. And they're not showing the upper corners, and they're not showing the back, so I can't spend $250. But we're getting bids, 4 bids, $256 for that raw. That seems a little crazy. We'll add it to the watch list, but I wouldn't bid on that one either. PSA 9 for $355, and that's at a good price right now. Yeah, we'll do this. We will watch some auctions tomorrow. PSA 9. It's funny you see them say 9 centered or 10 centered because even some of these don't get graded correctly. No real data on the grading. Stored in top loader. Okay. Well, who cares if it was stored in top loader? It's a PSA freaking 9 right now. Wish we knew why. The back. I don't know. Hard to tell from pictures what cards are. Here's another PSA 9 from Probstein. Dude, I don't know. Some people don't like them. They sell tons. Do your due diligence is all I can tell you, folks. I mean, they've sold freaking 1.1 million cards or 1.1 million listings. It's a freaking insane amount of listings. Think about it. Insane. There's a 9 at a decent price. a 9 and a decent. So you got some 9s. You got a lot of 9s ending tomorrow. So I don't know if that means there's going to be movement on them. But there will be light movement on them, but I don't know how much that'll trickle off. Like goods will fall off of, when somebody doesn't get that one, how much it'll pile onto this one here. Obviously, MC I think does a lot more to promote what they do, so there's probably go higher value than the other two. Here's one for 217. This is another probes team. Now, why is this taken at an angle? When you think about that, why is the picture here of this card taken at an angle? Corners look pretty nice. I don't know about that corner. Yeah, I'd love to see a close-up. Wonder if I ask for close-ups, if I'll get them. All right. What do we have here? Here's another PSA 9 for 404. Proceed's got a lot of these. And that's really what I will always say weirds me out a little bit, or doesn't weird me out, makes me leery. Like, Proceed obviously knows what they have. If this card has any chance of grading as a 10, you would think they would send it off to get it graded as a 10, because that's a freaking at least $1,600 difference, potentially, probably in the price there. Here's another raw card. I can tell you, like, if you want your cards to sell, it looks like you're hiding something when you take pictures like this for this type of card. That's what I'm going to tell you. Looks like you're hiding something. Yep, here it is, another probe team. This one's perfectly centered, PSA 10. So maybe this would be a pristine. Here's another one. This is from GM Cards. They do a lot here. How's this one look? This one looks a little fat on the left. And GM, I believe, does a good job at saying that it's the condition. I feel it. I believe Jim would notify you. Greg Morris, what's up? Saying this is near mint or better. We'll keep an eye on that one. That might be one to swipe. I don't know if you ship it off. That's definitely not coming back as anything better than a 9, but yeah, we shall see. There's eBay authenticated 8.5 for 400. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. There's another raw LeBron. This one looks like it might be a little fat on the left again. That's a decent pick of the corner there. That might be a cool way to start shooting picks of the corner. I wish it was in focus. Wrong corners in focus. Yeah, those corners don't look too good. We'll see what happens with that one. I wish you could make notes on your auctions, what you're watching. Hey, look out for this, look out for that, yada yada type stuff. There's a 10 for $2,000. BCCG 10. What? So Beckett, BCG will grade. Beckett also grades here BCCG. The BCCG, I believe, are the ones that you can find in your graded. At least that's what I found in like a mystery pack. And I've heard that's where you get just guaranteed 10s if you send to them. But I don't know. See, this one does feel maybe not as bad as the other ones, but it does feel fat on the left. Probably, usually when you've got a way a card is miscut, it's usually miscut. You get multiples. It's like the Emmitt Smith rookie card. It's got that ding in the upper left corner. I think when they printed those, there's something wrong with the cutter in that very specific spot, which is why you kept getting the marks like you did. $299 here. This should be a tenable card if you're gonna overpay like that. Remember, we're talking raw. That's not too bad off a raw, but that thing's gonna have to be a 9. $299. I don't know if that might get that might get a late snipe, I bet, depending on what the actual real condition of that card looks like. It's so hard to tell in the top load. I'd ask them for more picks. If I was really, really wanting to buy that card, if that was better centered, I wanted more information, I would definitely ask them for more picks. I don't know, like you have to. For what they're asking, right? Here's an 8 for 285. Nobody bid on that one yet. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, folks. So anyway, yeah, these are looking like 3-day out. What is this? Mint 9. $700 sideways. I don't understand. Like, mint, PSA mint 9. So confused. Does this person have any? No, hasn't not sold anything. I don't know if I would trust that. 3,800. Is that a first edition? So here you go. This, folks, is what the first edition looks like. And that first edition has that stamp in the upper left corner. Josh, I'm serious. I'm trying to find a good deal, which means I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay more than $200 for a graded, or I'm not gonna pay more than $200 for a raw card. Because I really think I want to get a PSA 10, which I can't afford right now. But I think I want to pull the trigger on if I can find a deal on an ungraded card. The more I think about it, do I want a 9? Yeah, it'd be cool. But there are so many. Back when I thought that we were at, how do you do recent sold on eBay? Go take a look at that, and then we'll shut it down because we're locked and loaded for the next 3 days. But go to over here on the left. On the desktop, it's over here on the left, sold items. On your phone, it's funny because they try to mask that on your phone, or not really mask it, but they don't put it in your purview necessarily. You go to, and I can't really show you, but I can tell you. You go to eBay, you do your search, and then at least on my Android phone, I have to, didn't have to here, but there'll be filter. And on filter on your Android phone, it'll be the same type of thing there. And I have to hit show more, and then I can see the sold listings, bingo, bango, bongo, down there. So sold listings, we can see what sold recently here. When did that sell for $130, dude? That's what I would have wanted to grab. What? Thought we should do that. Was that new? Why did that pull her? Why did that pulling? Usually it'll pull up that listing, right? Yeah, okay, I must have clicked the wrong thing. Or double clicked or something. Here we go. How did that sell for $130? Oh, that's why. Alright, hey dude, take it easy, Josh. Have a good night. Yeah, that thing, because somebody took a bite out of the corner, that's why that sold for $130. There's a 9 for $435. Again, that's right. Yeah, that's right in line. Or is that showing the last one sold? No, let's do an aggregate. Just your average. Last one sold is right there. There's a Rowan that sold for $400. That's kind of crazy. What kind of pictures does that one have on it? Oh, that one had tons of pictures. Okay. Tons of pictures. Not sure why they did them on the angle. I like that angle look for the corner, but you can't judge centering that way. Not a big fan of that right there. If this card is freaking centered, I don't know. Grab bag, yeah, it's garbage. Yeah, so some pretty decent recent listings. Nothing that I saw tonight that's got me too excited. Again, I'm on the hunt looking for LeBron, but not trying to make any crazy moves here, specifically because you look at number one, that there's tons out there. I mean, there's 2010s, quite a few 9s out there. This isn't a card that's going to skyrocket in value short term. It's going to, I believe, go up long term. But right now, we're kind of floating in this spot. We're trying to find maybe something, trying to make the best decision on a card we might want. It's really about Moon. So that's going to be it from me. Thanks for hanging out for the duck races. Thanks for hanging out for the look at those few cards earlier in the day at the start of the stream. And we're going to just keep making stuff happen over on the Twitter. Follow me there. You keep up with all the good things like a good dad is doing. At the end of the day, go Lions. You all hoping, rooting for them tomorrow night. You will just be good to each other. That's all we can do. Later, folks.